I like to envision a future of like what wellness and what technology can do for women. What do you think wearable technology can do for women in the future? For those that is still, are just like, oh, I'm an Apple Watch wearer, that's it. Maybe people that want to upgrade their life.
I think it's all about empowerment. I think women need access and they need to feel empowered on their own health. And I think so many times women have gone to their OBGYN, they've gone to their primary care physician and they've said like, I don't feel good. And they're like, oh, well, it must be because you're not sleeping enough or something. Like they've been brushed aside. Their symptoms have been deemed like not true symptoms. And I think what's really important about wearing these devices is really just having data, is being able to present to your physician, nurse practitioner, whoever, and just say, listen, there's something going on, like, look, this is what's happening inside of my body. Look at the data. This is what's going on. And I think women can really feel empowered to speak up for themselves, to advocate for themselves, and women can feel empowered to make their own changes. I mean, I've worked with so many female members that are like, I don't want to go on medication, or I want to get off the medication that I'm on. And they are empowered by seeing the real-time impacts of changes that they're making. Like, I'm sure that your audience sees this too, right? Like when you start to calm down that, cortisol factor, like what a difference that makes in terms of your cravings and your sleep and your ability to exercise. Like same thing when people are seeing their CGM data, they don't have to wait like 4 weeks to like lose weight on a diet that they've, been told you have to be patient and lose weight. Like they can take a walk, they can start to, do strength training exercises. They can see that change almost, like within a day or two. Like I always tell people, I'm like, you can see changes right away. And they're always like, oh my gosh, like it's so empowering and motivating to be in charge of your own health.
It is. And especially because, I know my body, I know what it feels like. I know when something's off. I've just always been really in tune with my body. And a lot of our audiences are very in tune with their body. And that's why they're doing, they're buying IVA Plus, they're buying your CGM, their NutriSense. And that's why women are taking power into their own hands over their body because, we've just been shunned the whole time. Like just, oh, you're overweight, you're not sleeping enough, you're not exercising enough. And it's like, no, there's something really wrong with me, and it's really empowering to, for years, it's a little off topic, but for years I told my OBGYNs, I was like, I think I have like something wrong with me, like something's wrong with my cycle. Turns out after, 10 years of complaining about it, I was diagnosed with endometriosis. The whole time I knew there was something going on there. Yeah. Nobody ever listened to me. And I only found out that I had it by being able to track all of the changes in my body. And so like really, we have a symptoms and moods list that you can log. So for months, I just collected all of this data and then I presented it to my doctor and I said, see, something is wrong here. And she said, you're right. Something is very wrong. Let's look inside. And so, it's empowering because at that moment I said, I knew I'm not crazy. And just to have technology be able to tell us that, like you are feeling something different. Look, here's the data, here's the results. Right. It's so empowering.
And to make it easy for women too. Like I always tell women, I'm like, we are doing so much. Like if ever a woman tells me she's not stressed out, I'm like, BS. I'm like, BS. I call BS on it. I truly, I'm like, we are all managing so much. Yeah. And so for us, NutriSense and for Bellbeat to make it easy for women to track this stuff, easy for women to like key into those like things that maybe they're not supposed to, like, no, like it's okay to have like, maybe it's not okay, but it's okay to admit that this is going on in your life. Like everything doesn't have to be fine and you can track this and we'll make it easy for you.
Make it easier for you. That's the key.
Yeah.